so upsetting. That's just so weird.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Somebody said one dude can't look, but the whole internet can. Yeah, it was like the girl who was upset that the guy was looking at her, but she's on OnlyFans. Come on, babe. Somebody else said, Joey Swolett's our gym lawyer. Don't worry, you're in good hands. I love him. He will defend all the men. It's totally fine.
How you doing? You doing good? I'm gonna need you to leave me alone before I go to the front and file sexual harassment on you. I'm Sam. What's yours?
I'm Spoon.
Nice to meet you.
You're very pretty, man.
Thank you.
Do you have a boyfriend or anything like that?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Hey, maybe we should get together sometime.
Absolutely. You got your phone?
Oh yeah.
Men go to the gym for self-improvement, and women go to the gym to seek validation. That tells you where the priorities are for women. Hitting the gym used to be to get a good workout and relieve stress. Well, now it's spending more time looking for a place he's not in some girl's camera. And the stress is actually increasing. Any guy she thinks is below average is deemed a creep. That's most of those who are there, and anyone trying to ask a question risks being on her social media as a potential predator or as a creep. The irony is that these women are the real creeps, walking around with cameras filming random people, making commentary and approaching them without cause. It's kind of a paranoid schizophrenia kind of behavior, let alone narcissistic. Gym owners should take note and start implementing male-only gyms or create a separate section for men on another floor. Men are their biggest customers, and if these egomaniac women continue their behavior in gyms, the owners are the ones who will suffer due to the lack of men wanting to use their facilities. Furthermore, just because a person sets up a home gym, it does not mean he will have to exercise alone. He can extend invitations to other equally minded guys and girls whom he trusts to come and work with him on a specific day. The gym can still bring people together. It's not just a problem with women. The problem is also with this society, which has become sickly dependent on popularity on social networks. Not a single day goes by that when you go to the gym, someone doesn't record something with a camera. There is no privacy. And usually there is a crowd and chaos due to too much of it, so you can't exercise normally. The average social media Joe today has a better documented life than a rock star or a Hollywood celebrity. Gym businesses simply cannot sustain a man's gym or a woman's gym. If possible, the gym should prohibit cameras and videos for personal business, such as for influencers. Women experience creeps in the minority but assume most men are like that, so they become hyper-aware to protect themselves. But the men who are getting blamed are done so by the minority of women, and in response men withdraw in order to protect themselves. All of which is sensitive to some degree, though we all need to learn to interact with each other respectfully. Take phones away from the gym and just treat each other with dignity and respect. The sad thing is, these women are spoiling it for the majority of good women out there who actually want to be approached in person. If you're a man with value and in decent shape, approaching a woman in person and giving her a compliment will make her day, provided she's a good woman. I've had women tell me they desire someone who will approach them in person, not the ones who approach online via text or DMs. Here's what can happen if you start to help out women in the gym. The close proximity a man would need to have to help a woman with a failed squat would be akin to an assault. To help a woman with a failed bench press is akin to an unsolicited approach and attention. Even if she requested it, she can deny it at any moment, and it will be your words against hers. As she's the victim, she must also be telling the truth, especially in society and the court of law. If you see a woman on her phone for 10 minutes between sets, and you dare approach her, you must be hitting on her, which will automatically brand you as a creep or a gym pervert. So remember guys, you are not there to help women out unless you are working there, even if they hurt themselves. White knighting will be your undoing. Just leave them alone unless they are filming. And then you have every right to demand they stop, as it is not a public space but a private business. You can also call them creepy and sick, trying to film guys to get them into trouble for kicks. Label them as the gym sickos, and then they can't even use their own footage without self-labeling as creeps. What's hilarious to me is that these women don't want men looking at them, but they record their gym sessions to put on social media for millions to see. In the background, you can see women and men trying to work out in peace. Did they get asked if it was okay if they were in her video that would be seen by a lot of people? I'm guessing not. I'd argue filming yourself and by default filming others in the gym is much worse than a guy glancing in your direction. As many people tend to point out on these videos, the fact they are worried about one guy looking but uploading themselves to thousands of dudes online is just insane. I love how these girls complain about people looking at them in the gym while they are recording themselves for possibly thousands of people to see them with a close-up view on TikTok. Gyms across the world are that one place where people go to work on themselves, find peace, and even help each other out if they're confused. That's the gym spirit. Sadly, that spirit has been broken by scores of female influencers who want to work out their egos and publish it online for the world to see, but will complain about the one guy who glanced at her when she was recording. Of course, if it's a good-looking man, the recording keeps on, and the woman keeps doing her thing happily. But if it's an ugly guy, then he gets to be called a creep. A gym with no live streaming and video recording will work out. It's the same as casinos setting their rules that people can't use their phones to live stream unless it's authorized by them. A real woman who just wants to work out will agree with such conditions. Those attention seekers who don't agree will get banned and not allowed inside. As someone who goes to the gym frequently, here's the reality for all of you. Men even stare at other men at the gym. Many newbies stare at other more experienced gym members to copy form. If people are staring at you, then you are either doing something really good or something extremely wrong, and they're thinking how to come over and tell you not to do that, or you'll get injured. I've even had guys stare at me and correct me. I've done that with other guys as well. That's the whole point of the gym. Self-improvement and helping others improve themselves as well. But if we talk about starting male-only gyms in today's era, it wouldn't be accepted. Men-only gyms would be condemned as misogynistic or illegal. Women-only gyms wouldn't make money because over 90% of younger women will want to be where they can show off their figures to the greatest advantage and gain the attention and validation of the fit men, the 1%, the Chads and the Tyrones. This naturally means troweling on the makeup and wearing the socially acceptable minimum amount of clothing in a place where they can guarantee being seen and admired by a large number of eligible men who also have money. In 2023, that means being in the few places where the men still are or men cannot avoid, and in places that charge an entrance fee or require money. Women would lose their minds if there were men's-only gyms. Even if you made women's-only gyms, which I believe they already have, just not many, they would still be mad. They would lose their attention. They would lose their content for YouTube and TikTok because we know working out is the last thing most of them are there to do. They are there for the attention, the validation, and the content they can generate for their social media profiles. Most men I know now have started buying equipment and have set up their home gyms just so they can work out in peace. Of course, they don't have the luxury of having all the latest equipment, but they make do with dumbbells and bench press equipment so that they can get the major work done at home. One can even argue that the rise of modern women in gyms has led to a rise in the home gym industry. At least one good has come off of it. Thanks for watching The Circle of Kings. As always, we're looking forward to your support. So please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything all kings like yourself need to know.